Double checking this is all good. Okay. Oh, damn. Already kicking off. Haven, what's up, man? Berg, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Gonna tinkle with some stuff quickly. Yeah, it's very much. I mean, well, I don't hate the man. You can. You're free to speak your mind. I like Bobby Green though, so it's allowed. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna just tinker. Bear with me. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's one way of kicking it off, guys. No, I think he just got caught clean. I think Bobby Green just had fought a good fight. 30 seconds is all it took. I know the green screen's crap. I'm trying, guys, by the way. I apologize. The new camera is still, the search is underway right now. So we are working on it. Damn, we got 9 people in here? What the hell? All kicking off. Instantly. Hang on, I'm doing my best. Trying to sort some stuff out. Okay, let's not make myself evaporate. Oh my god. Fuck it. I can't think of it any better. It's annoying me. Glass Dawson, back to the previous. You really don't like Grant Dawson, do you? He's not that bad. If you can, guys, can you liking the stream will go a long way. Get some more people in here that way. That'd be very kind of you if you did so. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm just here for. I'll be on for another like an hour or so. We can just have a little chat. Give me your thoughts on 294 because we're getting closer. Just recorded a new episode of the podcast, so I'm gonna edit that later after this. I'll be out later tonight on the MMA Creators Podcast channel, which is linked our channel. What was on Paddy Pimblett following you? Conflicted, mate. Conflicted because I don't really like him. And I made a video slandering him just as he subscribed. So a little bit awkward, but I'll allow it. No, I'm not going to complain. It's a sign of progression. I don't hate Dawson. I'm just surprised he couldn't take a single punch from someone who historically hasn't had one punch KO power. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not about the power necessarily. It's more about the timing. And he caught him with like the perfectly off rhythm shot. I think that's what did so well for him. I think that would put a lot of guys down. You know, even guys with good chins. It was such an off rhythm shot. I'm not surprised he went down. Yeah, I don't like him because he scouts, mate. Absolutely. Well, no, mainly because he's just annoying as hell, and he thinks he won his fight when he clearly didn't. Like when Sean Brady got finished by Bilal, couldn't respect that. Nah, I don't think there's any respect. Nah, I don't think you should disrespect guys for losing. I don't think this is what happens in this game. You're gonna get caught one way or another eventually. It's very rare guys go out on their own terms. So I don't think it's something to, criticize for, really. I don't. At the end of the day, we're just the guys sitting on fucking sofas and chairs, just being what do they call it? I don't know. Armchair analysts. That's it. You know, we're all armchair analysts basically. Yeah, I just had a session of jiu-jitsu today, which was fun. Even though I felt like death. Good to get back on the mat. Good time. That's how my day's gone. Did say you could KO Pimblett though? No, I didn't, Fergus. No, I didn't. He'd probably bust down my door and flying triangle me. That's probably what would happen. You could talk shit, but I didn't talk shit on him or anything. I just said how it is. I don't think he did. You know, the way he acted after 282 just wasn't the way to go. He clearly lost that fight, and he was sort of acting as if he was the man of the hour when he really wasn't. And I didn't like that. And I think a lot of people didn't like that. And I think that's a fair thing to criticize. I wasn't. I don't think I was being hateful or harsh on him in that video. He did see it though, which is a bit weird. So if I stop streaming or I stop making videos, you know why. He would have tracked me down. Bobby Green once renamed his girl because he forgot her name. If that's true, that is king shit. How do you do that? 30-yard stare Usman background goes hard. Thank you, man. I've had it on. I put it on the stream yesterday. I was like, nah, this has got to stay. Got to stay. I said this. Whoever photoshopped it is an absolute legend, and I don't know who it is. but they are forever immortalized in my books, because it's just too good. You actually don't people don't really deep. That is literally him unconscious with his eyes wide open. In case you don't know, um, now you do. Here we go. Got some people flowing in. It's good, guys. We're baby steps. So I said on the podcast earlier, baby steps. I'm just gonna quickly change. I do have to do this every video. On my video that's doing well right now, I changed the recommended one at the end, so I'm gonna change it to the live stream. So people watch the video, and if they watch the end, they'll see the live stream and they'll jump on. That's my profile picture for an MMA chat. I mean, that's valid, man. Absolutely valid. Necessary. Oh shit! My fucking curses videos just decided to pop off again. I can't show you my analytics tab right now, but that is that's very cool. Not gonna complain about that. Gonna change the. Is it the end screen? Yeah. There we go. Bang. It's all sorted. Out of my hair. What's next for Dawson? Winner of BSD or Benoit Saint Denis or Frivola or someone else? I love that fight. Honestly, I'd like Drew Dober versus either of them. If you want me, if you're asking which fight's more fun, put Drew Dober against either of those guys. You've got a fight of the year contender. I mean, that already is a fight of the year contender, but slap Drew Dober in there and you're cooking it a little bit too much. Oh my god, this green screen is dreadful. I might just turn it off, but then there's going to be a big fucking black void because of the aspect ratio is not it. So it's not going to go my way. No, actually, I'm going to change it to... There we go. Hang on, I got to make this larger. Can't see Dana. We're back. Doing the post-fight interview, guys. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't honestly. I know I keep mentioning it, but this green screen is pissing me off. I don't know if it's due to the camera just not being good, but OBS's chroma key is genuinely awful, which doesn't help because I do it through when I do it manually through DaVinci Resolve, it looks really clean. So Judoba knows about the memes. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Glad he gets shorts are enough of a motivator. Yeah, it was a good finish by Drew. Underrated guy, you know, really underrated. I mean, he's also got probably the greatest chin known to mankind. And I mean that literally, not in terms of fight chin. His chin is just straight up glorious. Those genetics are freaky. Freaky genetics. Sorry, Dana. How you doing, mate? Yeah, it's good to be on. I've live streamed every day this week, I think, and unless I did one on Monday or not, I don't know. But since I started live streaming, I've live streamed every day at least once, so I'm quite proud of that. And that's on top of the usual content train and what we're doing. So, bit more stuff to a lot more work to do, but I enjoy it. I love chatting with all you guys, so it's good fun, worthwhile to me. Who do you think is going to win? Pablo or Herpy Lip? Who are who are you referring to there? You have to honestly fill me in, man. George, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. Reply as well. You too, man. You guys are the staples. Dedicated. I really appreciate it. Thank you. People are matching up Poirier with Bobby Green or Dan Hooker. Yeah, I've heard rumors of Bobby Green versus Hooker. Can we shame Dustin as a community if he pushes for the fight? I mean, I wouldn't. Let's be real. I'm not complaining about Poirier versus Hooker. That's one of my all-time favorite fights when they first fought. And he's fought both of them, hasn't he? Yeah, as you said, rematches. I wouldn't be against Poirier versus Hooker for sure. Number 2, why not run it? That was a great fight. Hamzat versus who? Or just Hamzat? You're just a big Hamzat fan. I don't know what to think here because I'm looking at concurrent viewers and there's 2 different tabs for it and they're both different. It's just like, okay. After your incredible knockout win last night over Grant Dawson in 33 seconds, how are you feeling? I'm feeling good, George. Fight of the night bonus. Give me those 50 bags. I gotta be a fighter or Dana White. It's one of the 2. That's 50k. Wouldn't mind 50K, to be fair. Makhachev or John Jones? In terms of who's better, John Jones. I mean, I don't know what other comparison you could make in which Makhachev would win. I mean, who's the better grappler? Makhachev, but MMA, John Jones. Poirier needs to fight contenders. I know he's scared to lose now, but it's annoying when he's trying to cherry pick when he's barely moving. I mean, he did just get laid out. You got to give him a little bit of time off. Don't want to push. You know, guys who get pushed back straight into the cage way sooner. You know how bad that ends. So he should take the time off, recollect. Because he's still realistically 1 or 2 fights. He's got the name value, so for me, he's still maybe 1 or 2 fights off a title shot, despite the fact he just lost. And I said Justin Gaethje, like there's no shame in that. Most guys would lose to Justin Gaethje, you know, and most of them would get laid out by that head kick. So, I don't think there's any shame in it. Oh, Hamzat is herpy lip. So okay, Hamzat versus Costa. I assume you're implying. Hamzat, grappling is going to be the difference for sure. How's the trilogy of Nunes versus Valencia? That's a great question because that's one of the fights I'm still pissed, and I'll probably forever be pissed that we never got, because I am a firm believer that Shevchenko won that second fight. I am biased, but I think Shevchenko would have won it. And to be honest, I don't know. If you put them in their prime, I want to say Shevchenko in a trilogy match. But it's, even if they made it now, even if Nunes would come out of retirement, it just won't be the same, would it? Because they're both past it. Gamrot somehow fluked his way into being the backup for the Thai fight. Yeah. I mean, if you step up to the plate on those occasions, you get those opportunities. So I wouldn't say I'm too surprised about it. I mean, it's definitely I mean, fair play to him. Colby did the same thing at 286. And even obviously he didn't get the fight. He was causing up a storm in the audience and the fan in the seats. Because when I was there, everyone just went mental when he came in and walked in wearing this bright pink suit. And just he became the man of the hour just because he's that guy, isn't he? He knows how to put on a show, and he's not even fighting. So Gamrot's doing the right thing there by just stepping up, I think. Bullet took that second fight 100%, and 1,000% won the Grasso fight. Yeah, I mean, the Grasso fight was close. I can't lie. The rematch, of course, in case anyone is out of the loop. But it was more just a problem with the judging, right? It's a tough pill to swallow, but that's the reality, and that's not going to change. You know, in terms of that result is never getting overturned, and neither are all the other infamously bad decisions. These are things we just have to sort of say, all right, that's done now. It's never changing. Do you know who did? Oh shit, I missed that. Sorry, Hader, hang on. You said who's your favorite fighter? Tom Aspinall, man. Always. I said this so many times. Always Tom Aspinall. Are you saying? Do you know what I did in terms of? You're referring to a previous question. I probably just missed it, like an idiot. But fill me back in on that one. Oh wow, you really were setting me up for that. Okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Change my music. Can't hear it this time. In fact, I actually got copyright claimed on one of the other streams because I was accidentally playing my music through an audio output on the stream very quietly, but it was there, and the YouTube just picked it up and just bagged me. There were like five claims on the live stream. Like, great. What do you get out of that? Nothing. So it didn't really matter too much to me. Biggest robbery in UFC history. That's a question. I mean, I said this the other day. John Jones Reyes that's the one that always sticks out to me. Maybe that's more of a personal thing that I just remember. Yeah, I'd say that's up there, to be honest. I wasn't Sean O'Malley versus Jan, but that's kind of aged a bit better now. So I think in the moment, I thought it was a horrendously bad decision. But things change, you know. Obviously, damage criteria is more of a thing. John Jones versus Reyes, I'd probably go, but I'd be happy to be, if someone just threw some names in the chat there of robberies, I'm sure I could have some, you know, I have a dramatic revelation of an even worse robbery for sure. The top of my head, I'm not good with these things. See, when I do the videos, I've got my research, I've got my thoughts are collected, you know. On live, it's different. Reyes' current situation, I don't even care to agree that Reyes beat Jones. I feel for him. That's what I feel for Reyes. I think psychologically it's just such a big hit, and that's a major reason for his downfall. I mean, it must be, right? let's be real. He beat John Jones that night. He did 3 rounds to 2, and some people are going to disagree with it, but I don't. And I don't think he definitely doesn't. So losing that when really that title should have been yours and beating the greatest fighter of all time, it's like can do a lot of psychological damage. I'm not surprised he's gone on a bit of a downfall. O'Malley versus Yarn wasn't even that bad. It's just because people hate the Sugar Show. I don't know. I think because obviously the scoring criteria did change. I think that was a big factor of it. People weren't really accustomed to that because yeah, there is definitely a part of. I agree with you in a sense of O'Malley had a lot of hate behind him. So there was definitely that at play, and more. I think more so Yarn fans just being very loud, a loud minority. Um, yeah, I mean, in the moment, I definitely thought Yarn won, and I think I still do. It's just closer than I remember for sure. But yeah, I agree. It got blown up more than it deserves. In hindsight, thoughts on Marab forsaking his own greatness so that Aljo can be champ again. I don't know what's going to happen with that, isn't it? Because obviously everyone's talking about Aljo maybe moving up to featherweight, which is definitely a possibility, right? So we'll see. I'm inclined to say that Marab will get the shot. I think he deserves it, but fuck knows with Dana and the UFC, you know what they're like. Um, if Yarn never threw the knee, would Sean be champ right now? Oh, it's a loaded question, man. You know, I don't know. I don't think Yarn would. I don't think Yarn would be the champ if you're asking me. If you know, if I could give you that. Um, you know how this game is. It's wild. Things can just fall into place like that. I don't know. I don't think Yarn would be champ. I don't think he has the. He's always been well rounded and he had that reputation, but I don't think that's as true as everyone says it is. I think Marab, if Marab ever got the shot, he would have found him out, and he did now. But obviously, mental battle's completely different scenarios. You know, when you're a champ, it's different, right? So. I'm inclined to say no. Sean wouldn't be the champ, but that's because I just don't know. But I don't. I could say with a good prediction that Yarn probably would. Worst MMA fan base? What, Sterling, Marab, or Yarn? Which one? I am a Sterling fan, and I will defend that man because I like him. I think he gets way too much hate. I'm not like I'm not like a like a meat rider or anything. I just like the guy. I think he talks well. He's honorable in defeat. Aljo moving up is pointless because he would never be champ because Volk is just that good. Well, you say that Volk's on. I feel like Volk's on his way out. He's only got a few more fights left in him, if you ask me. I think he'll chase that last fight with Islam, and that will probably be his swan song if he wins it. I think that'll be it for him because he's old. He's 35 now, and at featherweight, it's a big difference. So I think appreciate the last few fights he's got in this game because honestly, it's usually over before the blink of an eye. You know, suddenly a couple of years gone by, these guys are on their way out, and so just appreciate the last few great moments we're gonna have with Volkanovski. Double champ Volkan retired. That would be it. That would. I think honestly, I think that's a possibility. That's a possibility. And I would love that. That's an outcome I would absolutely love, reply, for sure. No, in general, what's the worst MMA fan base? Dagestan, it's there. Yeah, it's tied with them or Conor fans. They're equally as bad as each other. They're awful. Actually, I think Conor fans might be worse. Hi Ivan, what's good, my man? How you doing? Good to see you in here. Thank you for stopping by. I think he beats Topuria, Islam again to complete the trilogy. Wow, that's a claim. I don't know, because both of them are going to adapt. That's the thing. Both of them are going to patch up their holes. I honestly, Topuria, I think is actually, is it a hot take to say Topuria is a harder fight than Islam? Maybe. I'm not set on that opinion, but I don't know. I think Topuria's got more danger of finishing of Volk for sure. Nate fans are bad too. I'm a Nate fan. Yeah. Oh god. I mean, there's a lot of MMA fans in general are just horrendous. I love sport, and I watch a lot of different sport, and I can safely say that MMA fans are way more toxic and way worse and unforgiving of new fans than anyone else. They're just not. I try not to be like that. Part of the reason I did the videos I do because they just appeal to people who don't know shit about the sport. So that always helps, you know. Nate fans are a sad class. Nate Diaz is absolutely terrible and would have been cut if he lost to Conor. Nah, come on, man. I felt like you're just saying that. He's a good fighter. No, never championship caliber, but he was a good fighter. No offense, but you look like Chucky from Rugrats. You know what, man? I will take it. I will take it. I live in Spain, but I hate that little Spanish arrogance of Taporia. Yeah, I mean, I don't. He represents Spain and Georgia, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know, but I like him. I don't think it's, to be honest, I wouldn't say it's arrogance, Ivan. I think it's more just, confidence. I think he's confident in his abilities, and if I was him, I would be too. I mean, seriously, the way he puts guys down, it's like, why wouldn't you be? You have to be. You have to be deluded in that. Oh, you're Portuguese. Oh, that's cool though. So, what do you think about Fialho then? There's not that many Portuguese fighters in the UFC, so I'm assuming you're probably pretty passionate about that when you get a couple of Portuguese fighters fighting. You got Manel Carp as well, right? Is he Portuguese? I'm not crazy, right? Manel Carp is no, or is he? I hope I'm right there. I mean, obviously Fialho is, but go about Archie watching Arsenal City. I don't know the score actually right now. Go for it, man. I'd rather you be watching Arsenal City than my stream, but I appreciate you being here either way. Nate's been in so many one-sided beatings throughout his career. RDA, Benson Henderson, Rory, Leon. He's not a good fighter, never even mid-level. I mean, you say that, but he nearly finished Leon, and I am probably the biggest Leon fan ever. I don't think you can deny it. He finished Conor and took him to deep waters in their rematch, and you could even argue he won that fight. So I don't think you can say you say he's been on one-sided beatdowns, but he's equally pulled off some insane upsets and iconic moments in the sport. I don't think you can call him not even mid-level. Weibo versus the emoji's getting in the way. Weibo versus Brazilian boy. Who you got, mate? You got to give me the names. You got to give me the names. Is that who? I mean, Weibo. I'm inclined to it's Adesanya or something. Who is next for Islam in lightweight? Let me get the division up. I always have to do this. Maybe I am the casual. Maybe I am, guys. I mean, Gaethje's the logical pick. I think Gaethje deserves a title shot after Charles. We'll see what happens. I think. Well, I mean, realistically, I think what's going to happen is it's going to be Islam versus Oliveira, and the winner of that fight is Gaethje. So either you get Gaethje, Charles 2, or Islam. It's called Casuals Guide for a reason. Yeah, it's not a guide for casuals. It's literally, I am the casual. A casuals guy. That is it. That's exactly it. That was my thought process when making that. I'm just checking on how the video is doing because it had an uptick in traffic all of a sudden. Very nice. Doing all right. Cool. Nice little uptick there. Probably a little boost, but Masvidal is the man. If the fight now was with McGregor, what is the outcome? Now if you're putting them now, I mean, I'd say Conor. And they're both washed, but I'd say Conor. I don't actually know. I mean, they're both washed, you know. Alex versus Jiri. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. I'm inclined to pick Alex in that, purely on the basis that he's just more disciplined in his striking. Jiri he's unorthodox, which works for him in certain fights, but he leaves his chin out a lot. And if any striker is going to catch him, it's going to be Alex Pereira. So I'm inclined to say Alex. I think the longer the fight goes on, though, it's Jiri's fight to lose. So I love the matchup just for fun. It's as a fan, it's class. It's a great one. This Arsenal City game really about to end now. Crazy. Conor wins in his return. What are you willing to do, Leo? I'd probably jump off a cliff. That would be the minimum. The bare minimum, actually, yeah. Yeah, I'd jump off a cliff. Maybe drown myself as well. Not a fan of the man. Talks a big game. Professional waffler these days. I'd just like to see him get laid out by Chandler, to be honest. I think Chandler is what McGregor used to be. And he puts in a shift. I want to see him get a crack at gold again. Because he's just fun, man. He's fun. McGregor's washed. Holly Holm main card fight for 300. Thoughts? Same outcome. Straight to the cliff. Straight to the cliff. Yeah, that would. If you're gonna do a women's fight, it's in an ideal world it'd be Shevchenko Nunes 3, but that's not part of the equation anymore. Maybe they do the Grasso trilogy fight. That would be interesting. Good time. There's a fair bit of gap between the events now, so maybe Shevchenko will be back from injury then. I don't know. That'd be cool though. I wouldn't hate that, the trilogy match there, because I feel like it's warranted. That was a loaded one. YouTuber Lucas Tracy makes horrible content. The way he talks about fighters is so disrespectful. All fighters deserve all the respect in the world. They put their whole lives online. I agree with that. I feel like I agree with that. Fighters deserve the respect because they do what 99% of the population are ever going to do. It's you know, no one does what they do. So yeah, that's why I try not to be disrespectful in my content too much. If I'm criticizing a fighter, I tend to do it with a sense of validity. Like I feel like it makes sense. Like Paddy, for example. I don't dislike Paddy particularly. It's more of a case of just the criticism was warranted, and that's the way I saw it. But you know, YouTubers got their place doing that. So if Lucas Tracy wants to do that, he can. Channel is entertaining, exactly, Ivan. He is straight to the cliff, absolutely straight to the cliff. Ireland is costing me points in my FPL these weeks. Same, man. You can't uncaptain him because you know what happens the second you do. Yeah, man. I'm not. Actually, no. I captained Son this week, to be fair, but that's done shit as well. Stop idolizing fighters. They aren't your friends, and every fighter puts their lives on the line. I mean, are you addressing me there? I don't idolize no fighters. I'm fans of fighters. I don't idolize them, but I still give them the utmost respect. Any fighter who steps in the cage is braver than most. So that's the way that's the way I see it. I think it commands respect, even if you get laid out. Like, you know, most guys aren't willing to do that. Let's be real. I know my stream delays kicked off a little bit, which is a bit annoying. Oh no, we're good actually. A couple seconds, we're good. Oh my good god. Chroma key's getting worse because the daylight is leaving me right now. Awful. Trying, guys. I'm really trying. I don't know why. I just can't get behind Leon, even though he's English. It's maybe because he's my favorite current world. He KO'd my favorite current welterweight. Oh, really? You big Usman fan? I really gave Usman his props. You know, that after that Masvidal KO, I was like, this guy is a killer, man. Like, I gave Usman respect, even though he sounds like he's telling fucking stories around a campfire when he's on the mic, whispering. You know what he's like. I'll try to think about what would he say. What would Usman say in a press conference? Like, I'm the greatest fighter to ever live. I'm the pound for pound #1. Me versus Canelo. Like he speaks like that. He speaks like that. I didn't like, you know, that's funny, whatever. But Leon took him to school. Let's be real. It's only when it's a fighter you love that you care. When it's some bum or horrible person, Pat Barry, you root for bad things to happen to them. Nah, I would never, even if it's got fighters I don't particularly like. You know? No beef in the chat, guys. Come on. We don't need it. Unless you guys want to do a charity fight. We could set that up. we could set that up. ISS, if I pronounced that right, sorry, versus Aben. Run it. How do I get rid of this? Come on. Without tinkering. Oh, that will do, you know. That's not terrible. Talking like he's telling stories around the campfire is the best I've heard. Describe Usman's speech, fans. It's true, though. It is true. It is. I'm the greatest fighter that's ever lived. Leon, he doesn't know what's coming Saturday night. Sammy, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping by. As per, don't forget. Okay, now my jumper has just decided to glitch into the nether realm, so that's fun. All in time. Oh. Reply Rini, I'm willing to just have a chat if you're down. I'll contact Ariel. Mate, I'll get him in. I'll get him on the call. Yo, everyone's flying in. What's going on? Got a live chat. Will I do a live watch party for event soon? I've considered it. I don't know. I thought about it, and I know it'd be fun for you guys. I just personally, I like watching the UFC just by myself or with a couple of people. But you know, I like the intimacy of that. Live streaming it would be a bit of a thing. I don't know. I've definitely thought about it. I might do it down the line for sure. Maybe some big ones. Craigo, what's good, my man? Staple of the channel at this point. In fact, Craig, I have to give you a big shout out because on my YouTube studio page, you pop up with a little purple heart because you've given the most comments or likes or something like that. I don't forget. I'm telling you, man. So thank you for your support, as per all of you actually. Not mate. No favorites here. Not fighters deserve respect. They're literal criminals. Wife beaters and John Jones. Yeah, actually, I take that back. Yeah, fair enough. John Jones does not deserve respect at all. We don't like people who beat their wives or hit and run people. I'm gonna get demonetized for that. I shouldn't have said it. It's over. Pushing that algorithm. Doing your part, mate. Thank you. Yeah, shout out Craig. Get some hearts in the chat. No, don't tell me Arsenal scored, man. For fuck's sake. Oh my. Oh, my brother's an Arsenal fan. He's gonna fucking. He's just not gonna shut up for ages now. Fuck's sake, man. John Jones is nobody, little crackhead. Yeah. Not a fan of the man. In the cage, you can't deny his greatness, but as a human being, no, he is not a good person. Let's be honest, guys. Can't believe that. At the death as well. But, I mean, fair play to him for getting it. Yeah, Haaland's been a bit on a dry spell, hasn't he? Hasn't scored. How you doing? I'm good, my man. Thank you. Do I call you V? Do I call you Janesh? What works for you? But I appreciate it. I'm good. I'm having a good day. I had jiu-jitsu in the morning. Got an early start. Like 2.5 hours of just drills and then open mat, which was fun. Got back here. Had a little rest. Had some food. Recorded the podcast, which I got to edit after this. And now we're on here. Been a busy day. And I'm not even done. I got to do some writing as well. I got to start on the scripts for next week. Doesn't really stop, you know. Saturday was my day off, to be fair. So I got Saturday off, which was fun. I like to enjoy that. So, but Sunday we get back on it, providing for all of you. Favorite video I made, the Leon Edwards one. The Leon Edwards documentary, that is my best video by a mile. In terms of editing, it's very good. I'm very proud of that one. Just in particular, the edit is I'm very proud of. So if you haven't seen that, I'd love if you go and watch it. I don't know. I'm separating the art from artist. Say we're on about John as a person, but as a fighter, he's the GOAT. Yeah, I mean that's a fair point. That's a fair argument. Do I use contacts or just going blind with BJJ? I'm blind, man. I'm blind as a fucking bat. No, I don't train. I don't like contacts. They don't work for me. I'm probably gonna get eye surgery sometime down the line, but. Yeah, no, I'd go without. Honestly, a lot of jiu-jitsu is not really about what you're looking at. It's just instinct and feel. For the most part of it, so I don't really worry about it too much. It doesn't really cross my mind. Steroids doesn't make you the GOAT. Also a valid point as well, George. There's a big argument there about steroids. Can't believe Grant Dawson kept calling out Tony Ferguson and couldn't hang more than 30 seconds against the guy who beat him. Yeah, but stars make fights, you know. Grant Dawson would probably ragdoll Tony, man. Kim Soo, what's good, my man? Good to see you again. I'm secretly Velma from Scooby-Doo. Wow, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one. Oliveira will win. I hope so. As an Oliveira fan, I would love that to happen. Time will tell, right? So I know it's really bright. I'm gonna turn. How's that? Oh no! Oh, I'm evaporating. No, we can't. We can't have that. I've got to get the right angle on my light, which doesn't make me just evaporate into particles. No, I fucked with it. Oh my god. DJ done everything in MMA and done it clean. Yeah, DJ is the guy, man. How excited am I for Alex versus Jiri? Very. I think just as a fan, it's awesome. It's a great fight. I'm just gonna tone this down. All right, that will do. As a fan, I love it, man. I love that fight. It's just crazy. It's a crazy stylistic matchup. It could end in the first round or go to an absolute war, you know, for 20. Is it 15 or 25? I hope it's 25. No, it's a title fight, isn't it? Yeah, 25. Paolo versus Ratlip prediction. Ratlip wrestler. He just like 5'3", move up weight class and he gets squished, so he won't do everything. Well, you say that when he fought Dominic Cruz, he wasn't even training full time, and he still hung in there with him. I think if DJ did it afterwards, he would have had far more success because as soon as he started training properly, he was just the best. So there's no guys who pick up martial arts so naturally and are so just brilliant at it than DJ. Go watch him. Go watch his YouTube channel. Go watch his performance when he went to the IBJJF tournament just as a brown belt. Just jumped in there for fun and then just beat everybody. Just watch how good he is beating up all these big guys. It's just shows you the levels of how it's just a mind thing as well. But like only some people have that, being able to put pieces of the puzzle together in grappling like that. You know, there's people who have more years on him and he will just dominate them. He is insane. For me, DJ, yeah, DJ is one of he is if not the GOAT, right? If you take steroids into the equation, then yeah, he's the guy. One thing I found funny is when 296 main and co-main GIF announced TNT Sports posted, "Well, wait till the end of the year for English fans." Forgetting the fight, the main card starts at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's why I'm happy for 294. That's why I'm here for 294. Can we us UK fans actually get to stay up for a bit? Well, no, man, even I know you're joking. I know you're joking around. Don't worry, bro. Have at it, man. Keep it lively. We need that. We need anarchists. We need guys like you in here. All love, bro. Don't worry. Believe me, I've heard much worse. Just read Guru's chat for 5 fucking minutes. Fine, man. Every car starts at 5 a.m. here. Yeah, mate. I think we have it bad. Oz, I thought we had the trenches in the UK. 5 a.m. main card start. I mean, actually, you know what? That's almost not too bad because it gets so late that you can just wake up for it and get a good night's sleep and wake up for it anyway. Thing is, if you're a prelim, man, then you're fucked. Are you in London? Yeah, man. I'm London based. I'm near MMA Guru. Since he fucking accidentally doxed himself. In his, like, you know, he did that teaser thing. But obviously I'm not going to give away, right? That would be dumb. London's a big place. But yes, I'm London based. Formerly in Nottingham at uni, but we moved back. Yeah. Can you say banana? Is that it? Is it just an accent thing, or who do you support football? Chelsea. Since I was 3, bro. All day. Soccer for any Americans, the uninitiated. Yeah, Chelsea all day, bro. Die hard. Vamos. London is blue, my brother. Thank you. Rice just got man of the match. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's a baller. Yeah, it's an accent thing. You also have to giggle like some twerp. That is the most American sentence I've ever heard, bro. The fact you say y'all, you know. I mean, I could take the piss out of you for that, right? I'm assuming you're American just from the way that sentence is just structured. Then y'all and twerp. You wouldn't catch me dead saying that. I would never. That would be you know, treason to my people. I'm a Liverpool supporter. We got done dirty against Spurs. We should be top of the league. Nah, you're crap. You get away with wins. I'm down to beef over football, Sammy. I'm sorry. I can't have that. Declan Rice is West Ham born and bred. Yeah, I know. I wish he was meant to go to Chelsea, but never worked out. Like, you know, Stephen A. Smith talks shit on Cowboy. I'm talking disrespect like that. Oh, we back on that. Yeah, no, I didn't agree with when he did that. Stephen A. Smith should never talk about MMA again. He just shouldn't. Have you seen that video of, actually, real quick? Stephen A. Smith of, actually, I'm going to get it up. Hang on. I'm going to get it up for you guys. This is, I know, I don't want a breakdown of it, man. I just want the clip of him hitting pads. It's genuinely iconic. Hang on. I've got it up now. Yeah, again, this is taking me fucking ages because I'm trying to get the OBS to play it. Is it display capture? Oh, you're seeing my analytics. So you should be able to see that, right? Can you see it? No, that's a joke. What is that form? Atrocious. Oh, we're on that now? No. There we go. Generally some of the worst pad work I've ever seen, and I haven't boxed in my life. If you hate Liverpool, that Spurs match was disgraceful. Yeah, it was, man. It was, to be fair. I'm not going to dispute that. And I hate Liverpool. And I hate Spurs. Holland on Fraud Watch? Yes, absolutely. It's about time. It's been a week, stop complaining. Is that about the Liverpool game, yeah? Replies back, yeah, I might have to do that. I had to get in contact with him, actually. I'd love to get him on the pod some down the line. Obviously not now. I don't have the clout for that, but that will happen. I'm the man to beat Stephen A. Call him out, brother. I think pretty much everyone in this chat could probably take him, but you know, who you got in Charles versus Islam? We ran through this. Charles Heart says Charles, Brain says Islam. I really would love Charles to finish him, and I think it could happen. City winning the league again? Yes, probably. I know they lost today, but they probably still win. I still disagree about Islam winning against Volk in one round. He was only cuddling Volk. He did 0 damage. Yeah, but Volk didn't do anything either. In that grappling round, Volk did nothing. So, you know, but neither of those guys did damage, but Islam controlled him, so Islam wins that round. How tall is he? He might have reached him. Yeah, I think Stephen A's quite tall, man. He might have you. Damage trumps all? Yeah, I mean, it kind of does. But if neither guys are landing at anything significant, then the grappling is good. Yeah, the background is gold. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. What I want is Charles to finish him in the exact way Islam finishes him. Yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it? That would be something. If I got one more minute in that last round, yeah, man, who knows? It's the game. I would love it. I would have loved if that's the case, but yeah. You get 25 minutes to do your work. He couldn't get it done. I'm 6'4", got long arms and thick legs. I'm a fat ass, so I'm no cardio machine. I don't know, man. You could probably slam him, but you got no cardio. You're done quick. You know, Stephen A might be able to move like Muhammad Ali in there, bro. You never know. People think Islam will win because of Khabib. Too many Dagestani meat riders in the MMA community. There's a lot, but they're entitled to do it. They're passionate. I do think Islam will probably win. I think there's a reason he's the favorite, and he's a significant favorite as well. Islam won 3-2 against Volk. I agree, but you know that's no slight against Volk. I think Volk proved everybody wrong. Islam had that aura of invincibility. Besides the time he got knocked out by Pantoja, quote unquote. But Volk proved everyone wrong in that fight. I don't think he lost any stock by losing. Never lead the right bladder. Halam bladder. You know this bladder. MMA community is the worst. Well, I just said that. Worst. It is, and we're all part of it, mate. Leo, I know you just like Connor, but you can't deny that when he's with his kids, he's one of the best humans. Yeah, but like, you watch that documentary on Netflix, of course they're going to put him in like a positive light of him playing with his children. I didn't see, he cheats on his wife. Fuck him. Was that bread and sharp roast? No. What are you talking about? No, wait. Are you talking about, I mean, I was doing an awful Dagestani impression, if that's what you're referring to. Brendan Sharp deserves all the roastings, though. Not a fan of that man. In the slightest. Even Darius was favourite over Charles. Yeah, I mean, everyone is. And then they get finished. That's what I'm saying. Charles is a good chance. You don't bet against Charles. But then you do. And then Islam arm triangled him. So maybe you do. A weird game. MMA. Oh, when you said Islam get knocked out by Pantoja. No. It's that meme. You know, the guy who actually knocked him out just looks like Pantoja. I mean, he may as well be him. I reckon it's a conspiracy. I reckon it is. What do you think about Alex's performance in Jan fight? People said he gets subbed easy if someone takes it back. I think if that fight wasn't at altitude, Jan would have won it. So, you know, I think he did all right, but Jan probably would have won that. You saw how gassed Jan got so quickly. And Alex, to his credit, did well despite the high altitude, but I think Jan wins that fight if it's at sea level. As in, like, Khabib is a good human. That guy's a shady team and is friends with the dictator. How can you like this fake humble guy? Personally, I'm not a huge. I'm sort of indifferent to those guys. They're on their thing, you know. Oh, Brendan Sharp also said Islam got KO'd by Pantoja. I think maybe that's where it came from, but they do look the same. So I think he's probably just taking the piss. But I do, as a joke, I do like that. Maybe that's the only funny thing Brendan Sharp's ever said, ever. Honestly, you know, I said about jumping off a cliff earlier. I think the other alternative is watching his comedy specials on Amazon. That's probably a worse way to go. You know, in like SAS, they do like the torture methods, like mental torture, to get people to, you know, it's like SAS selection training. Listening to Brendan Sharp's special on repeat, that's probably that would break me. I think that would break me. Seriously, think of a worse fate than that. Than watching Gringo Pappy. There's not very many. If Jan won and is now fighting Jury, what happens? No, man. I mean, Jan versus Ankalaev rematch for the vacant title. That would probably be the big, or maybe Jan versus Jury. Oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. I misread that completely. If they fought, I'd like Jan in that fight, even though Jan's age is going to catch up to him sooner or later. If not, it already is. I hope the Dagestani meat riders also like Kadyrov. Yeah, Kadyrov is a not a good human being. But I don't want to delve into that. That's, you know, that's a whole other topic, isn't it? There's a lot to dissect in that. Not like I want to. It's not like I don't care about it. It's just, you know, I'm not one to delve into that on a stream. You know, it's a messy thing. Brendan Shaw tried to welcome to the drug walk. Yeah. So sad he's not having CTA for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, I mean, yeah, he probably doesn't remember. I think his brain's been rattled too many times, and I think honestly, the fact he finished Mirko Cro Cop leaves a hole in my fucking brain. I don't think it's never gonna get fixed. As bad as Conor was in the Khabib build-up, the one line he did get him was the Magomedov money laundering scam thing. Yeah, he was also coked up out of his head. So there was that. Kadyrov is Guru's dad. That's kind of look like him, to be fair. Now you say it. Not a bad shout, Eamon. To be fair, Jan Little Old Alex came off a brutal KO against one of his hard matchups and was still able to defend and had cardio for 3 hours. Yeah. I mean, Jan, yeah, the thing is, things change in the fight game so quickly. It can go from one fight to the other, and suddenly you're way worse than you were. McGregor versus Ferguson, make it happen. I mean, maybe a couple years if they're still fighting, I'd do it, yeah. McNuggets versus El Cucuy. Conor entered the USADA pool. Is that true? Has that just happened? Or am I crazy? You think Izzy is ever going to win any fans back? I think he still has fans. I think that's a bit overblown. I think he's made maybe some wrong decisions and said some wrong things. He still has fans though. I don't hate Izzy. I'm still I like Izzy, even though he's done some things I don't really agree with. UFC roster watchers posted. No way. No way they posted. Seriously. I have to check this. Better not. You bet. Honestly, Sammy, if you're trolling me, man, oh wow, you're holy fucking shit. Yeah. So what does that give him? 6 months then. So obviously he's not going to make 296. Who do you think is next for JDM? JDM. I mean, I like JDM. Honestly, him versus Ian Gary would be fun, but I don't know if Ian Gary's going to fight down after he beats Luque. If he does beat Luque, that is. I don't know, man. Gilbert Burns would be a banger. Gilbert Burns would be a banger. I'd love that fight. JDM versus Gilbert Burns. Don't tell me that doesn't bang. UFC 300. Yeah, he's got to be, right? Makes sense. Main event. I don't want him main eventing personally, but they would do it, wouldn't they? God, imagine him getting a vacant title shot of some bullshit in an Irish accent. Now do it. No, you don't want to. You don't want to hear my Irish accent, man. I can't. I don't think I could ever be rocking with that. Yeah, UFC 300 though. I'm liking that. I'm liking McGregor on that. McGregor, Sean left 300. They'll probably main event it, wouldn't they? No, but they... actually, I don't know. It's not a title fight. Guru said you don't have freedom of speech in the UK. Is that true, or can I ask you the questions we really want your thoughts on? I mean, you can shoot, and I'll tell you if I'll answer them or not. I don't really mind. I'm generally okay to talk about most shit. I just don't want to delve into politics too much, but that's just more out of something, not because I'm not interested in it or I don't care. As I said, there's a place and time for it, you know. But yeah, shoot, go. Give me your questions. I'll be happy to dissect. I like Izzy too, but we'd love to see stop trying to throw the one lines all the time. Yeah, he's got to cut that out, man. He's had some poor lines, brother. Very poor lines. Yeah, fell off on the mic a little bit. Used to be a bit better. A But is he a weirdo? How can you love him? I think that gets blown out of proportion or anything. You know, it's whatever. He can do his thing. Tomorrow it gets announced that Leon tore his entire ACL and has to relinquish so Conor and Chandler can fight at UFC 100 and make what for the vacant welterweight title. Could you imagine that happening? Holy shit, man. Oh, God. Don't even. No, but Colby. What would happen to Colby, though? Is he still one of the best fighters on the current roster? He's amazing. Yeah, exactly. I actually started watching UFC because of Izzy now, but I don't really like him after Dricus Starga. Yeah. Honestly, Dricus had a massive turnaround in fans, didn't he? I mean, I respect him so much. I'm a big Dricus fan now. Especially after that Whittaker performance. He proved me and a lot of people wrong. And I'll be happy to say I thought he was going to get broad checked massively by Robert. And he didn't. That's one of the best performances this year. You know, who beats Robert Whittaker? Only Adesanya. And now Dricus has done it as well. So, I mean, you have to give him his plaudits, right? And honestly, I think he beats Izzy as well. I think Dricus beats Izzy, and I think he beats Sean Strickland. In fact, I think he's got a better chance of beating Izzy than he does Sean. Stylistically, I think those fights are just a bit easier. No man that calls for Willie time with his dog deserves any respect. Lock him up. Again, isn't that I don't know too much about it. I feel like that shit all got blown out of proportion, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how people were blaming Dricus in the 290 interview, Octagon interview, and Izzy was trying to bait him. Bait him into saying the end, but yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that. I mean, I get it. You're just doing it on the mic. You're just trying to be that guy. You're just trying to stir it up. Izzy was clearly drunk as hell. Yeah, it was a shit show. Have you seen that? There's a Photoshop of oh my god, it's like it's like a photo of them facing off in the Octagon, and Dricus has been photoshopped with a Black Panther outfit. And Izzy's got like a a Chinese sort of military general outfit on. It's quite fucking funny. Hey, when people enter the Octagon who haven't fought, yeah, I'm not big on that. I mean, I get it. It sells tickets, doesn't it? So, like, it worked for the Volkanovski Makhachev build up for sure. But yeah, I'm not. Bro thinks he's an anime character. Yeah, well, he can do his thing, man. Like, you can't deny his greatness in the cage, right? He can do his thing. A moment when he might have boring fights and whatever, but the moment when he grabbed the mic, every MMA fan held their breath for a couple seconds, and you can't deny it. Yeah, at the same time, you can't, like, in his when he beat Pereira in the rematch, you can't deny that was a great moment. People flip flop all the time. MMA fans are so reactionary, so you know people were loving him after that. Bro, Izzy is a great fighter, but he has conflicted personality with identity crisis, anime protagonist syndrome, and tries to be something he's not. Yeah, I think only he knows what's going on inside his head, right? He avoided the post-fight conference because his ego was hurt and he didn't want the dog stuff to be possibly brought up. I don't think any of the MMA journos would have had the balls to do that. They never do because they're not on Dana's payroll or anything, but they don't want to get they know they'll get their press credentials revoked if they say anything that's remotely pressing. That's the reason why Dana doesn't like Ariel Helwani. That's because he's actually a good journalist. I don't think any of the journos would have asked Izzy about that. I think he just avoided it because he couldn't process it. Yeah, I agree. His ego was hurt for sure. Oliveira fighting in Abu Dhabi is unfair. Why didn't he wait for later in a neutral country? Yeah, I'm not. That rubbed me up the wrong way as well, a little bit as well. Yes, I always thought they should be on neutral territory. Oliveira, he's worked and earned the rematch, and I get he's on the champ's turf, but if that was the case, why didn't they do it in Brazil in the first one? KO against Alex was one of the lowest points of the year. Is he going after Alex's kid was such a low move? Lock him up. Yeah, I didn't agree with that. But like on the mic, it was quite I'd say on the majority. I know you disagree, and I was kind of neutral on it. But a lot of people loved that moment on the mic, and it's fair enough. He was clearly pouring out. That was because I think the reason that was so positively received is because that was straight up just Izzy being real, So I can't. I think that's why he got such a good reaction out of it. Errol would have asked Izzy that question without hesitation. I didn't even know if he would, I don't know if he would. The only man who would is probably Guru. Izzy had the DUI just before the fight. No, it was after, wasn't it? Didn't it just happen? Which is a testament to maybe how well or not well he's taking the outcome of that fight. Usman or Bilal? I like Bilal, I've said Usman's on his way out after he lost to Leon in the trilogy. I made a video on it. I don't think Usman's gonna. I think Usman's gonna have a pretty rough drop off. I really do, and that's no disrespect to him at all. It's just how the game goes. His legs are shot. He's getting on. That's just how it is, man. When it comes to asking questions, Aero has balls of steel. Yeah, but you really think he's going to ask a question about Izzy's relationship with his dog? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if he'd do that. I can't picture it. Usman is sunsetting, and if you can get a great send off, that would be great. Yeah, I agree. I hope for his sake he doesn't overstay it. You know, because his greatness is already, you know, set in stone. He's the second greatest welterweight of all time. You know, it's no easy task, is it? And I think he should retire. I think if anyone's gonna know that they're done, I think Usman will know. I think he'll give it one more fight, one or two, and if it doesn't go his way, I do think he'll know. I think he will realize that himself. I think he's the type of champion and man to do that. Shout out to the puppy. Yeah, that was a weird one, wasn't it? Imagine doing what Izzy did after losing to the same guy so many times. The fact that he came in the octagon deserves respect. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, it takes a lot to even win that fight. You know, psychologically, that's crazy to do. Why do you think Oliveira accepted the fight again in Abu Dhabi and not wait for later? You can't wait in this game, can you? Can't. You wait, you miss your opportunity. The boat goes, you miss it. Stranded. I think it was Tony. I mean, different example, but obviously Tony Ferguson not getting that fight with Khabib. Never got the shot in the end, did he? So, and I know that's a different scenario, and some of that's just down to crazy, just twists of fate. But you know, what you get these opportunities, you got to take them. Can I just like move? No, that's not gonna work. Maybe I can crop it. Nope, that's me. It's watching me like change height. We don't want that. So glad Sean brought up Izzy's degenerate nature out and dog walked him. Very good. Very good pun, actually. Whether that was intended or not. Izzy probably like that. You don't like him, do you, brother? Do you like any fighter? I mean, you like Sean, I imagine. You like Sean. I think Sean's hard to dislike. I really do. He's growing on me a lot. If you told me last year that Dricus du Plessis and Sean Strickland would be two of my favorite fighters, I would have laughed. As I said, this is how the things go in MMA, man. You just never know how things are going to change. It's crazy, isn't it? That's why we watch it. Every week, some crazy shit's going down. And opinions change. People flip. Guys get knocked out. Big upsets. All of that, man. There you go. You said it yourself. You used to be an Izzy fan. Things change. Defending after his win against Rob too. I thought Rob won that fight personally, but it was, you know, I had no quarrel with it because it was a close bout. It wasn't a robbery by any means. But I stopped rooting for him after the Cannonier fight. Yeah. Yeah. Those Nina interviews did a lot for me. I'm liking Sean. It's hard not to, isn't it? He's just him. He's just a genuine dude. Where that Nina girl, where she just appeared, didn't she? Out of nowhere. That was strange. But fair play, she's doing her thing. Got a lot of success. So, is he fighting next? Being dog walked, as Aben said, by Sean. I mean, I would love Dricus if that makes sense, but Dricus deserves the shot. So no, I don't think he gets that fight. I mean, yeah, middleweight's a really weird one because just about Izzy's beaten just about everyone in that like top 7 that's actually worth fighting. Delidze's not worth it. Let's be real, he batters Delidze. I mean, maybe you do fuck it. Maybe you do the Kelvin Gastelum rematch just for the meme. And that takes logic out the window, but that'll be a banger, right? Boring decision win, and was saying the fans were booing or drunk and didn't understand the display of the excellence he was putting on. What a prick. Yeah, I mean he's done some things I don't particularly agree with, but I don't hate him. Shemaev versus Izzy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, actually, if Shemaev wins at 294, I like that. That's a good fight. We all love Sean, bro. He's real, and he knows he isn't perfect, but tries to be. And yeah, exactly. You can see when he won the belt, he felt like he doesn't deserve it. Yeah, he doesn't take anything for granted. Clearly, you know, I feel for him when he talks about his childhood and stuff, and he's clearly fighting is clearly an outlet for him in that, right? And I got a new level of respect for him as a result of that. The Sean Mayweather Strickland is the greatest fighter to ever grace the fight game. Yeah, new mythical fighter. Well, Deshaun is the mythical fighter, but you could say Mayweather Strickland. Billy Shell Strickland. Izzy versus winner of Costa Shamaev is a good call. Yeah, I agree. As Sammy said. I also like Colby, Corey, Volk, Max, Holloway, Zhang Weili, and Alex P. All good for, yeah, I love all of those guys. Corey Sandhagen is an absolute G. Absolute killer. There's very few, one of the men, like, if I had to pick a fight I really wouldn't want to go against, Corey Sandhagen is one of them. That guy would flying knee me into the Shadow Realm. Just spamming RT and B, or R2 and circle. That is flying knee, unless they've changed it on UFC, right? That is what the fly on the game. That is what the flying knee is. God, it fucking annoyed me. I used to get KO'd about it all the time. I love watching Jury fight. Who doesn't, mate? Who doesn't? Dricus versus Sean, Izzy versus Costa or Hamza. Yeah. They're the matchups to be made. I agree with you. Who's the highest chance to stay as a middleweight champ? Deshaun, Dricus, or Hamza? Ooh. I tell you what, Dricus versus Hamza, I don't know how you'd even call that fight. Stylistically, it's so difficult to predict. I'd actually probably say Dricus. I really think he's so underrated. I think now we're finally going to see him really start to come into his own in terms of fans. Like he's going to really start to command respect if he hasn't already from Rob, but he is so underrated. Beginning of the end for Izzy, I think it might be. You know, as I said, you know how this game goes. It's psychological. Half of it's a psychological thing. It might be George. Hope he doesn't ruin his legacy. Yeah, if he overstays, then that can happen. You know, we'll see how it happens. We'll see what happens. That's what I'm saying. I fear the same thing for Usman. I think that can happen as well. Hard to say though. You don't know. I mean, Bisping, everyone thought, as I said this the other day, everyone thought Bisping was never going to get a title and then knocks out Luke Rockhold within the first round. So anything can happen, you know. Could come back, get a third title. Has anyone actually done that? Has anyone won a title on 3 separate occasions? Become a 3-time champion? I'm sure someone has, right? In the UFC, I mean. I think Shamaev will be put to the test against Costa. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be. I think it's closer fight than people think, than the odds are suggesting. I do think Shamaev's going to win pretty convincingly, though. Dricus is literally the drunken man. He just did Whittaker like he's light work. Yeah, he's drunk and asthmatic. But not anymore. New oxygenated Duplessis is what I'm saying, guys. New mythical fighter unlocked. Had the nose surgery. Looks like a different man in there. He didn't even look tired in that second in the Whittaker fight. I still think rematch against Sean is easier than rematch of Alex. I don't know. I mean, they're both very difficult. Let's be real. I think Izzy was losing that fight. It was not looking good for him in that Pereira fight. The longer that went on, I reckon he would have got finished within a round or two for sure. Because those calf kicks were so beautiful from Alex. Well, if you haven't seen that fight, I don't know. I'm assuming all of you have, but that first round is probably, in my opinion, the most high-level striking 5 minutes of striking I've ever seen in any UFC fight ever. It's so high level. And it was going Alex's way. Do you think Deshaun will ever wear the black and gold shorts in his time? I mean, why wouldn't he, right? I mean, I know you can pick otherwise, but I think Sean would do it. He's a man of principle to an extent. People saying like Izzy is ruining his legacy. It's no shame to take a couple of L's. Yeah, that's true. For retirement, Silva's legacy didn't diminish. I don't know. With Silva, he lost a lot though, didn't he? I think there's a line you have to draw. You can't just keep losing it. Your reputation does suffer. Why did Hamzat move up to middleweight when he had a high ranking in welterweight and was close to a title fight? It's the weight cut, right? That's the logical answer. He was clearly killing himself to make 170. It was going Alex's way, but the judges had Izzy winning the first round, rig sport. Well, it was more of a case of like the first round was really close, but the second round, Alex, the product of his work in the first round was clearly like showing in the second because he was really taking over in that second round. That's really where I'm getting at with that, Aben. Will Hamzat move down to well in the future? No, I don't think so. Alex turned to a destruction bot when he hurt Izzy and paid the price, bum rushing him. Had he stayed a little bit more patient, he would have KO'd a ticket. Yeah, I agree. I think if he fought that fight, just kept going, it was his to lose. Because Izzy was looking rough, and right after up to the KO, he really was. And I know the possum thing he talked about, that was clearly intentional, and I don't think that wasn't an accident or anything. It wasn't like he was really hurt. But he was gradually losing that fight. It was slipping away from him for sure. Alex looked very good in that fight. But that's it. It takes one. Only takes one. Hamza versus Alex in a super fight. Yeah, Hamza all day for me. I think Alex's grappling is very limited. Even the thing is, he is big. If he's got the takedown defense, then he might be all right. But Hamza is just Hamzat will get him down, I think. But I'm gonna answer a few more, and then I have to head off again. I gotta go eat my dinner, and I gotta go and edit the podcast. Oh god, and then I gotta go do some writing. I said the grind doesn't stop, guys. That's what I mean. Hamzat is scary as fuck. He is. Very few fighters, as I said. Corey Sandhagen's one of them, just purely on skill level. In terms of everything, Hamzat, it would just ragdoll me, man. Hamzat does decide to stand sometimes, though. Yeah, and he paid the price. That's a lack of fight IQ against Gilbert Burns, but he fixed that against Holland. Literally, the first thing he did was shoot a takedown. And that showed to me that he's improved his fight IQ. He needs to be more active. He wants to make the most of his prime years, I agree. Not fighting enough. But hopefully we'll see him turn a corner if he beats Costa. And I think he will. Modern day elite, maybe not, but he's very good on the feet. Very good on the feet. And he knew that's a testament to how it might be simple, but it's smart on Shamar's fight to just go for the takedown. No point trying to play games with him on the feet. It's pointless, man. He did the right thing. So I'm inclined to say he's patched those fight IQ holes, you know? I wouldn't stand with Alex. Yeah, no. I wouldn't have. I said that someone said that in the comment section. I said I wouldn't have a staring contest with him because I would absolutely lose. And I'd probably just cry. Holland just wants half his paycheck and doesn't want to chase a belt. There's no shame in that, though. There's no shame in that. I mean, Bobby Green's. I'm sure Bobby Green's the same, man. I don't think there's no shame. They're running a bag. That's a career at the end of the day. I mean, a belt's great as well, but at the end of the day, you need money. You got to live. And he plays the game right. He plays the money game right. yeah. Hang on. Reply. That's it. Can we get a spam of? Can we get the Easter Island emoji in it? Can we get a spam of that? I can't find it. Where is it? Can I copy paste it? Yes, get it in here, guys. It's gonna work. No. I can't get it up on mine. I'm trying to spam it in the chat. Oh, mine's different, but hang on a minute. Oh no, we got it. Bring it up. I fucking love whoever said that compared that to Alex. That's iconic. It's so true. Stare that man down and you'd probably just die. Like Leo's gonna contact there about a charity fight if you're not. Yeah, mate, get on it, guys. I want to see you boys scrapping. I'll see what I can do. You know, I can pull the strings for you guys. No way he did. He made merch from that. I need to buy some, and I hate merch. If there's any merch I'm buying, it's that. Yeah, mate, Aben, I reckon you could have Stephen A. If he's punching like that, like he's digging a hole, then yeah, I think you'd be alright. I think anybody in this chat would be alright against Stephen A. Smith if he's boxing like that. Then again, it was a few years ago. Maybe he's turned into an absolute killer in that time, though I seriously doubt it. What's next for Gilbert Burns? JDM, Jack Della Maddalena. That's the fight I love. That's a great fight, if you ask me. Like, stylistically, it's just a banger. Because Gilbert will trade with him, I think. And he'll also mix in those takedowns. You know, I see it. Good to see more of you in here today, guys. Thank you for stopping by the way. This is 13, 14 odd people in there, which is lovely. Baby steps, as I said. We're building out, guys. I appreciate all of you. Gilbert's such a legend in his last 10 fights, all against names I recognize. Yeah, he's a goat, man. Killer. Game as fuck. I love watching him fight all the time. I really, honestly, there's he's one of the guys I'd love to get the belt. Feel good, dude. Love the consistency with the streams. Thank you, Jacob. Again, I'm trying every day, man. Do my best. If you're in a street fight, do you pull guard, ultra soy, run, soy, shoot a takedown, Chad, throw a punch like Jiri, ultra Chad? I'm shameless guard puller in jiu-jitsu, so I'm going to go with the first option, and I don't care if it's ultra soy. Nah, in a street fight, I would not do that, but I'd probably run, because that is the smartest thing to do, even if I can handle myself in some capacity. When he returns, he needs a title fight ammo, despite the loss to Bilal. Yeah, I mean, maybe 1 or 2 wins. It was unfortunate. It was more of an injury, wasn't it? You'll blow up, dude. Just keep up the grind. I'm doing my best, V. Thank you. All in good time. All in good time. This next year is going to be big for me and all of you. Part of the community, as I said. It's going to be big. Very, very big plans. Big goals, big prospects. And on that note, thank you guys for tuning in. Now you're in the UK, Street Fighter turns into a knife fight. Yeah, it does. That's why you run away. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'll catch George. I'll run on this one. Favorite non-English fighter? Volkanovski. Yeah, definitely Volkanovski. We love the Kiwis. No, he's Australian. What am I talking about? Well, we love the Kiwis and the Australians. Oceania fighters, you know. Charles is up there as well. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I have to go. I can't. As much as I'd love to keep talking to you, I do have stuff I got to do as well. But I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. Back on it tomorrow evening, and probably the next day. I'll probably be streaming most days, similar time, 7 p.m. UK time, give or take. But I want with Felder, I want him matched up with no one because he's just there retired, and I love Paul, and I don't want to see him get hurt. Anyway, take care, guys. See you in the next one. Yeah. Beautiful.